So, the new 7 Series. Lighter, more comfortable, more luxurious, filled with technologies, and still, there's no panic coming from Stuttgart. But before we dive into that, let me give you 5 things you should know about the new 7 Series. The new 7 Series is made from a combination of steel, aluminum and plastic reinforced carbon fiber. And because of this, the new model is almost 130 kilograms lighter than its predecessor. It's the first production car ever to feature adaptive laser lights. The key has a touchscreen which can show you various information about the car, but can also be used to set the date and time for the climate control to start before you get in the car. There's a space in the front armrest where you can store your smartphone, and if the phone has wireless charging capabilities, you can also charge it there. This 7-inch tablet that's integrated into the rear armrest is connected to the car, and it allows you to control various functions of the car. Today we're testing the 730D, equipped with the all-new 3-liter inline-6 turbocharged diesel engine, capable of producing 265 horsepower and 620 Newton meters of torque. Coupled to the excellent 8-speed automatic gearbox and helped by the X-Drive all-wheel drive system, this car goes from north to 100 km per hour in just 5.8 seconds, and the top speed is obviously limited to 250 km per hour. Just like any other BMW out there, this car also has 3 main driving modes: Eco Pro, Comfort and Sport. And each of these does exactly what the name says it does. But because this is BMW's flagship and its most technologically advanced car, it also features a first for the Bavarian company, a new driving mode called Adaptive. When running the car in adaptive mode, the computer reads various parameters, like the way you push the throttle, checks to see if you use the kickdown function or not, it tracks the movement of the steering wheel, and it also scans the road ahead using the navigation system. And based on all that information, it can alter the ride comfort, the steering weight, and how ferocious the gear changes are. It can even change the driving mode from comfort into sport, and then back again. This is the first BMW equipped with air suspension all around, both in the front and in the back. And you most definitely feel that when running in comfort mode. It feels like the car is floating on rough surfaces, and it handles bumps in the road very well. It doesn't have the refinement of the S Class, meaning that if you encounter bigger potholes, the suspension can get quite noisy. It's the same story on the inside as well. The S Class is just that bit more special. But if you ask me, comparing the new 7 Series to the S Class is not exactly fair, since the two cars have completely different philosophies behind them. There are, however, quite a few new and innovative technologies in this new 7 Series. Let's start at the front. You'd be forgiven for thinking this is just a bigger 3 Series dashboard, but if you look closer, you'll find a lot of hidden gems. Some climate control buttons are now touch sensitive, like the fan power switch, the seat heater control and the perfume dispenser. Then there's the infotainment screen, which is also touch sensitive. It's not very practical though, since it's a bit far away from the driver's seat, but in some sections the system detects that your finger is getting close to the screen and changes the interface in order to make it easier to use. And finally, there's the most pointless piece of technology you've ever seen: gestures control. This is a system that allows you to control some basic functions of the infotainment system using, you've guessed it, hand gestures. Unfortunately, the system works whenever and however it wants, just not the way BMW told us it would work. In the back, we have the same setup as in the front: electrically operated heated seats with memory control, but the seating position is a bit too tall for my taste. You can adjust the seats by the controls located in the back armrest, where we also have another way to control some of the car's functions. A 7-inch tablet, which you can use to control the back seats, the front passenger seat. You can also control the air conditioning in the back, the ambient lighting, and the sunshades. But don't get too taken in by these small tricks, because the seat you want to be riding in this car is located in the front. The left front. This car is without a doubt the best driver's car in this segment. Put the car in sport mode, the gearbox just so, and plant your foot on the gas. The car will respond instantaneously to the acceleration and sometimes quite violently. The car feels very agile for such a big limo. The body roll is very well controlled by the dampers, and the engine sound is quite intoxicating. Just listen to the sound this engine makes. Thank God it's got diesel written on the back of it, otherwise you couldn't tell the difference between this and the petrol engine sound. It's that good. The steering weights up nicely, it's pretty precise, and it helps you place the car on the road very well. But I think it had some fakery going on. I'm not exactly sure, but I think BMW has fitted a system to this steering that sends vibrations along the steering rack to make it feel like you're getting some feedback from the road. And at first, it's fine, no big deal. You actually feel like you're getting some feedback from the road, but after a few hours of driving, it gets a bit annoying. Because even in comfort mode or Eco Pro mode, you cannot switch it off and the steering wheel is constantly vibrating. Only after driving this car hard and in sport mode, you can really see the advantages of the plastic reinforced carbon fiber. The 200 kilos that's been shaved off this car really makes it very agile and very, very much fun to drive. We've tested this car yesterday against a 330 diesel rear-wheel drive from 2007, and up until about 110 kilometers per hour, the 7 Series accelerated faster than the 3 Series. But after that mark, the cars were identical. And what strikes me the most about this car is the fact that everything I've told you so far happens on board of a 7 Series equipped with the least powerful diesel engine available. The 8-speed automatic transmission comes as standard, and it is absolutely fabulous. During the 5 days we drove this car, we did almost 2,000 kilometers in it, and we never caught it off guard in any situation. In comfort mode, it shifts so smoothly that you hardly notice what gear you're in, but in sport mode it's very fast going through the gears, and it constantly feeds power to the wheels with no interruption. And finally, when you go into manual mode, it really is manual, meaning that the car won't intervene to change the gears for you. And make no mistake about it, this car is a true BMW above all else. This is quite an achievement from BMW, this car. You've got comfort, luxury, refinement, all wrapped up into a sportier package. If you like to turn the wheel yourself and not to be driven in the back of one of these, and your budget allows you to dream of such a car, I'm pretty sure you won't choose anything else in this segment but the 7 Series. Yeah, the S Class is more refined, more luxurious, more comfortable than this car. However, this 7 Series is almost as good as the S Class in all of those areas, but the BMW has a button on the center console, and once you push that button, this car turns into the greatest driving machine of this segment. And that is all that matters to me.